Hey you guys, what is going on here? It's Teenage Night, and I am back with some more Damian Flemming Road to Glory as we are going right into the playoffs to face Hera, who is undefeated. So someone is coming out of this playoff round with their first loss on the year, which sucks really bad. But 10-0 versus 10-0, so someone's got to lose their first game of the year. Hopefully it is not Southern Tulsa, because that would be a heartbreak to Damian Flemming. And we will see how this game plays out now. As the first snap, he will hit or second snap, I guess, hits Weisbecker for a 29-yard play. And now Damian coming off a 3,000-yard passing season, a 1,000-yard rushing season. He had 39 passing touchdowns, I think 13 rushing touchdowns. He's coming off a pretty good year. He's one of the highest ranked players in the nation. So I guess that's a good thing going into a college resume. Is he gets lit up right there for an 11-yard game, but he pops right back up. And there goes my phone. Just ignore that if the mic picked it up. But he hits Weisbecker now for a 21-yard gain. I figured Harrow was going to be kind of a challenge because they were 10-0, but I'm going to take every team as a challenge because I have been beaten. I was not recording it, but I have been beaten before in the playoffs on another NCAA game. But I would watch this as we kick this field goal to go up 3-0. I think it's the first time we kicked a field goal all year because I just want to make sure that I don't make any mistakes that could cost us the game, especially not in this time. But Flemming from under center now drops back looking, and he'll just take off. Oh, that juke was kind of unnecessary, but I was not expecting that guy to throw that block because they never do. And no one blocks that guy, so he just gets right through and takes me down. So 7 rushes for 6 yards at this point for Damian, and they're only up 3-0 in the second quarter. So this game has started out tremendous for Southern Tulsa. But as long as they get the win by the end of it, I don't think anyone's going to care. None of the fans will. Damian won't. None of the other players. Because they'll be moving on to the second round. But now he finds Bill Wilson. Sorry, not Brian Wilson. And another option play. He spins out of a tackle and will get the first down on a 6-yard gain. Which I think that said he only had 12 yards, so it faded and I couldn't read it. But Bill Wilson making the diving touchdown catch in order to get the score, take the lead, 10-0 over Hera. And then this would be about where we started on the next drive, even though it's 3rd and 13. As he goes deep to the end zone, but would be intercepted by White. And that would be his first turnover of the playoffs, which sucks, but Hera would not capitalize as no one else has, but he comes out on the very next play, throws another one. But once again, Hera would not capitalize, which that's big because I don't know how they made it this far without an offense. Maybe our defense is just amazing. I don't think they really let anyone. I don't think we had a close game all year. And now going deep to Howell, who breaks the tackle, and then we'll try to stiff arm a guy, but gets brought down anyway. Nearing halftime, so they're trying to score quick here. Damian from shotgun drops back looking, and he finds a man over the middle, and he's got Chris Hussein, 30-yard touchdown pass, 11 for 18, 205 yards, 2 touchdowns, along with 2 interceptions. Up 17-0 here in the first round of the playoffs and gets leveled in the backfield, 3-yard loss there. But this game is turning out okay so far. Nothing bad, but Damian had never made it past this round of the playoffs because his freshman and sophomore year at Eisenhower, he didn't really get to play much, so they didn't even make the playoffs those years. They barely missed him, and then his junior year, he gets injured in the first quarter, and he couldn't play the rest of the game, and they lost then. So now he's trying not to get injured and remain in the game so his team may have a chance to win and move on and get past this round. But that spin set him up for a 12-yard gain. as Hera hadn't pointed out yet, but Hera had scored in case you had not noticed. So it is now 17-7. So they might be trying to close in on the gap, but had that guy blocked the guy on the left, Damian could have been gone there. Now Flemming from under center, looking, firing, finding Weisbecker for a 17-yard gain, who has turned into a major target this year. I mean, he is a big potential target every time Damian drops back. And now Flemming from under center drops back, looking, firing, picked off by Robinson. And Damian would not be able to get him. If you remember earlier in the season, he lit a guy up after intercepting him. But now, about to close the third quarter, last play of the third quarter, here we go, gets stuffed, 4th and 3. So now we'll advance into the fourth quarter with about 3.5 minutes left to go in it. And Damian's rolling out to the right, and he's going to run upfield and juke out a guy, and he gets a huge 26-yard rush. It looked like way more than that, but it puts him over 100 yards. And now another option play. I don't know how well this one's going to work. Oh, but he pitches it back to Hal, who will gain 8 yards total on the play. And then later on in the drive, it would set up Damian to do a play action and run in on the option, 4-yard touchdown run. And that pretty much sealed the deal as the Red Hawks go on to win round 1. I believe that the final score was 24-7. Play of the game is the 30-yard pass to Chris Hussein, not Hussein, but 13 for 24, 230 yards, 3 total touchdowns. He did throw a couple picks, so that's the bad part in this, but he did play very well for his first ever playoff game as a quarterback. But so they continue their undefeated streak, 11-0. Next week we will see if he can keep it up in round 2 of the playoffs, and we will see if they can go all the way to be Oklahoma State football champions.